Hey, Russell of Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. Do these daily check-ins. Normally around noon, right? I do it Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Normally around noon. I'm a little early today. I'm actually on location today, right? So, hey, what's going on? But no, I'm actually live at the JW Marriott at LA Live, which is downtown Los Angeles. I happen to be in the area. I had an appointment earlier, and I'm like, you know what? I'm already downtown. I might as well come and check out a hotel here. I haven't been to the JW probably in a couple years, so I have been here before. Okay, but I said, you know what? They normally have, their lobby is huge, right? So you can have. I'm sitting in a little cubby hole, whatever, near the front entrance, right across from the front desk, so I can see what's going on. See, is there manager presence? Yes, there's been manager presence. In and out, and things flow. It's funny how manager presence dictates the service that's going on, or things tend to go better when there's manager presence around, and it definitely is here at the JW. So that's a good thing. That's a good sign. So the way it's set up is, like I said, the front desk is right across from me. The entrance of the hotel is right there. Food and beverage outlet on the first floor is right there. They have a coffee shop. They got a lot of stuff going on here. But it's not that busy this morning. Maybe it was busy earlier, but anyway, I mean, it's just good to be in a hotel here in LA. I haven't done a live from a hotel since I was in North or South Carolina. So it's been about a month, right? So I was kind of like jonesing for, I got to go out and do a live from a hotel, right? And I chose the JW because I said, well, this is my reason for choosing the JW today. It had to do with parking. I said, if there's whatever's closest, and I do metered parking. I don't park in the hotel or anything like that. It's cheaper to do metered parking. I'm cheap, right? I'm frugal. Okay, I'm frugal. Don't say cheap. I'm frugal. So, and it was a metered parking right across from the JW. So I'm like, I'm there. So that's why I'm here. And of course I have the vitals for the hotel, right? So I'm gonna give you the specifics and the vitals of this hotel, just in case you don't know anything about it. Hey, the chat is open too, right? So make sure if you have comments to make, you wanna say, hey, I'm all about the engagement. I love that. And hopefully you guys can hear me okay, right? So hopefully, I think I turned my sound up, my microphone up, but it's not like being in the home studio where everything is kind of controlled, and I got a big microphone right there. So I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me. If not, let me know. Somebody say, hey, you know what, I can't hear what the heck is going on over there. What are you saying? Something like that. But anyway, let's see. So when I do these daily check-ins, I do have an agenda, right? But I'm gonna give you the vitals of this hotel first, so you'll know exactly what we're dealing with. And this hotel is located in LA Live, which is right across from, so it's downtown LA. It's right across from the Crypto Arena. That's where it used to be called Staples Center back in the day. It's now Crypto Arena, which is where the Lakers play, the Kings, the Hockey Kings, the Sparks, they play there. And it's right in the same kind of area, or I guess kind of plaza, as the Microsoft Theater, where they have a lot of plays and concerts and things like that. So it's right in the middle of downtown. All the entertainment happens here. There's restaurants that are in walking distance to this hotel as well. Or you can, dine inside the hotel if that's what you want to do. But for people that have never been to downtown, downtown is not where a lot of stuff happens, unless you're in the convention center is right down the street as well. So there's a lot of businesses down here. The convention center is down here. So there are citywide conventions that do happen here in LA as well. So if you need to be down here for that reason, okay, that's great. But LA, for people that are not from LA or don't know LA, it's kind of spread out. So downtown is one part, the beach area is another part, like say Venice or Santa Monica or Hermosa, or Manhattan, all those those are different locations. It's not like you can just stay downtown and walk to the beach. Okay, that's not gonna happen. Okay, remember, we got freeways here. We don't have highways, we got freeways. So then we have the Valley, then we have Hollywood, we got West Hollywood. We have all these different places, Beverly Hills. We have all these different places that have their own vibe, their own energy, their own everything, right? So it just depends on where you need to be. Is this like the jump off point for you? Then that's fine. Like say, I'm gonna stay downtown, but I'm gonna, one day I'm gonna go to, Venice Beach. One day I'm gonna go to Hollywood. One day I'm gonna go to Beverly Hills. It just depends on where you need to be. So if you have questions about that, let me know. In the airport area is another separate area. They have hotels there, but that's about it, right? The airport is there and there's hotels there, but is there a lot to do at the airport area? Not a lot. You can walk to In-N-Out. That's fine. In-N-Out, the hamburger place, you can do that, So it just depends on where you need to be in LA. Because people say, well, LA is so big, and yeah, LA is big, but it's separated by different places, different attractions. So whatever you want to do, you need to figure out what you need to do before you get here. Plot it out. Like, okay, I want to do this day, that day. Disneyland. Okay, Disneyland is not in LA. It's in Orange County, which is, let's say from downtown LA, can be at least an hour from there, right? So, and that's fine to do, a day there. And maybe you want to do a day at Universal Studios. So there's a lot to do, but some places, we don't know where we should stay, so we just stay here. But if you have business down here, then this is the place to be, because you don't want to get caught up in traffic and all that stuff. So anyway, hopefully that made some sense to somebody out there. Somebody, I don't know who. But moving forward, let me just show you the quick vitals of this particular hotel. And of course, remember, I always have a topic as well. So today's no different. I definitely will have a topic, and I'll show you after this, right? So if you check out JW Marriott, this is downtown LA at LA Live is what it's called. And my glasses, I broke my glasses today, right? I broke the frame or whatever. I don't know. See, it's missing just snapped off. I'm like, these are my favorite readers, okay? So, so if I look crazy, it's because I am. So anyway, so bear with me. So as I read this, so JW Marriott, downtown LA, 878 rooms. These are the vitals of this hotel. So just in case you didn't know, how big this hotel was or whatever, maybe you're interested in it. Maybe, you don't know. You don't know until you know, right? So I'm give you the vitals of this hotel. 878 guest rooms, 44 separate meeting rooms or event rooms, however you want to put it. The square footage is 134,000 square feet. So that means it's huge, right? That is huge, right? So you can do a conference here. You don't have to go to a convention center. You just do the conference here. There's enough space. 27,000 square feet is their largest ballroom. You know what? I'm not sure how many that would do. That probably does about 3,000 people or something, like theater style, something like that. I don't know. I have to look it up just to make sure. But it was renovated in 2020, which I guess that was 4 years ago, and it was built in 2010. So normally the rule of thumb, like I said, the rule of thumb for hotel renovations is between 7 and 10 years. So they're right there, right? So they renovated in 2020. They probably did it during that COVID time. That was probably the perfect time to do it, right? Because there wasn't nothing else going on. So good for them. Glad they did it. And the hotels always look nice. It always shows very well. It's always very clean. Your typical Marriott, property where people take pride in what they do. So it's very clean. I'm looking around now, and yeah, looks clean to me. And like I said, it has a manager presence, which is always welcome. Okay, so which means things are getting taken care of when you have a manager presence. Let's see. And my topic for today, and it's a brief topic, and it may not even make sense to you until I get into it, because if you don't work in a hotel, it's not gonna make sense. If you're not in sales with a hotel, it ain't gonna make sense, but I'll do my best to explain it to you and what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys know, but last Saturday I was at it's called the Black College Expo, which, a lot of kids, high school age kids go there to learn about colleges, specifically the HBCUs. Now, HBCU, I'm big on acronyms, right? Just like in hotels, we're big on acronyms, right? So HBCU stands for Historical Black College and University. Okay, now there's I don't know, maybe let's say there's there's got to be about 120 of those, but they're not located here in California. They're located from Texas, all the southern states for the most part. to the East Coast, to the Georgia. So I'll just name it. So Texas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Maryland, and I may have missed a couple. South Carolina, North Carolina. So I may have missed a couple in there. Okay, so please forgive me if I did. But those colleges are located in other states, right? So when I put this down here, SMERF and Affinity markets. Okay, so SMERF market stands for, and that's an acronym, stands for social, military, educational, religious, and fraternal. Okay, so these would be, I guess, social groups or educational type groups, right? So anything that's not corporate, association, tour and travel fits into the SMERF market if you're a hotel salesperson. Now, Affinity market, I want to say it means the same thing. That was a term that Marriott Sales came up with some years ago. But I came up when it was called the SMERF market, okay? So, and some hotels still utilize that term SMERF, okay? But sometimes the younger you are, I deal with the Affinity market. Well, I know that's basically the SMERF market, okay? So this particular business from a college, the Black College Expo would be considered SMERF or Affinity market, right? So when I went to this thing, I didn't notice any hotel company presence there. So some people out there probably say, well, why would they be there? It's a college thing. Well, if you listen to what I said when I first started this, the expo is here, and this expo is here in LA. They go to different destinations throughout the United States, right? But they were in LA here. They were here in LA last week. Well, the people that are here, if they're interested in going to a black college, though there's no black colleges here. They have to travel to get there, right? So you get where I'm going with this now? So if there's a presence there, meaning they're handing out information, I'm a national salesperson with, company X, and these parents are stopping by my booth, and they're getting information about hotels that are located in these specific cities where these HBCUs are, right? So wouldn't that be like a perfect thing that, okay, I'm a national salesperson for Marriott hotels, right? And I know that I have Marriott properties. There's 102 that were represented. There was 102 HBCUs that were represented at this expo, okay? Let's just say we got 102 Marriott properties that are next to these college campuses. But me, Joe Parent, doesn't know that. They know that. They educate me, and then when I go, because who doesn't, when your kids are going to school, who doesn't, go and visit those campuses before they make a decision? Most parents do. I did it as a parent, right? So, I can't remember how many darn colleges we went to, but we did, right? And we stayed at hotels, primarily Marriott products, for whatever reason, because I started my career with Marriott, because that's what I do. Hey, what's going on there, Andrew? Alabama, yeah, that's right. There's some in Alabama too, so I did miss that, right? So a lot of the southern states. Thank you very much, Andrew. See, Andrew comes up with some good information every now and then. Okay, so let me just throw that up there. So thank you. Yeah, there's several. I want to say Alabama probably has the most. So good call there, good catch there, Andrew. Appreciate you. You're making up for yesterday's. But anyway, there should be a presence at these expos from a national sales manager perspective, okay? So whatever hotels are out there that they know they have representation, meaning they have hotels that are represented around these or near these specific HBCUs, you need to be in attendance at these kind of things. I think that's low-hanging fruit. You know what I mean? So as a salesperson, you want the low-hanging fruit, right? And a lot of times there's they do these college tours. There can be hundreds of kids going at one time to check out these particular campuses. So they'll start in Atlanta and they'll look at all the ones in Atlanta, North Carolina, and South Carolina, on a bus tour where they got to stay in hotels. So that's another way they can tap in, another thing that they can tap into. But you don't know what you don't know. So if you don't get involved with some of these organizations, you don't know. But what I'm saying is they have business there. And I'm only going to talk about the stuff. I'm always going to talk about, okay, there's potential business. Because remember, I used to be a director of sales and marketing. And sometimes you have to think outside the box. You have to see what is coming in. What am I missing? What market segment can I do better at? Okay, what's coming into town? Okay, what do I have access to do? Okay, and remember, it's not just LA. They can go to LA. They can be in Arizona. Some it's Phoenix or Tucson, whatever. These college expos, these black college expos happen everywhere. So yeah, it's a specific market that you're going after, but they spend money. They do go. And I think that's how hotels can move the meter. When you start going after things that you normally don't go after, that's when you move the meter. That's when you take business from somebody else. Or at least you take that low-hanging fruit that no one else is going after. So why not? So when I was there the other day, I didn't tell anybody. I'm walking around looking, but I'm looking for hotel presence. I didn't see not one hotel company represented at this Black College Expo. Okay, that's just SMERF business. That's low-hanging fruit that is there for the picking. Take it and run with it. So, and that can be transit business, and that can be group business as well. But that's your job to qualify it, identify it, and qualify it. Okay, that's not my business to do that. My business is to let people know that there's a missed opportunity there. So that's my spiel for the day, right? That's my, I'm throwing out some business, right? I'm throwing out business that maybe someone didn't think about. Okay, and like I said, it's better as from a national sales perspective, because it's not local. A national salesperson would be responsible for maybe the entire United States. So they can basically follow this expo wherever it goes. See, a local person wouldn't really benefit from it. Well, they may, but you got to remember, it's not just the parents that you're going after. What about the people that are exhibiting? The 102 black colleges that are exhibiting. They don't live here in LA. They had to come from somewhere else, right? They had to come from wherever their colleges are. If that's Alabama, if that's Florida, Georgia, whatever the states, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Maryland, Virginia. I just named damn near 10 states. Okay, so they're coming from there to here. Are there Marriott products here? Yeah. Okay, but if you leave it up to them to book it, they're going to book it wherever they feel fit to book it, right? But if we're in their ear, in their face, and basically saying, hey, I'm the last person you talk to, so we're always going to remember the last person we talked to, right? So that's why people, when you do sales calls or whatever, people will remember the last hotel that came through the door and offer them something, right? So this was a great opportunity to do that. Just thought I'd share that. That's my way of giving back, okay? So yeah, don't worry about it, okay? You're welcome, okay? So, but anyway. So once again, live from the JW Marriott at LA Live, just talking a little bit about business, how salespeople should jump on this, okay? Do I have one other thing? And of course, I got the Marriott Bonvoy, right there as well. So if you're a Marriott Bonvoy member, you know what I'm talking about, right? So let's see. I think that's maybe about it. Let me see what else I got there. Any questions at all? You can always reach out to me. I'm a resource. I want to be a resource, or I am a resource, but now I'm giving out tips on how to get business. Okay, so a lot of these daily check-ins are they're meant to educate you, to let people know that I am a resource, let people know what I do. Certain topics that I talk about. Yesterday I talked about, what's going on with the unions here in Los Angeles. A couple other days, a day maybe prior to that, I was talking about building your personal brand, how to be taken serious, and how to be a, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember what the heck it was, but basically, how to be credible, right? How to be credible when you do these social media, or make sure your personal brand or your brand is credible, right? Or, you're building your credibility. You're not just here just talking about nonsense. You're actually talking, to people that may have a need for hotels, or to understand it, or to understand how groups work, and understand that there's low-hanging fruit out there that you can find. So, I'm here to give information, as much information as I can. So there you go. And I'm here to show off some hotels. So like I said, I'm here at the JW Marriott downtown LA Live. Some people may not have seen it. So I create content and I do hotel site selection, okay? So right now I'm creating content. But who am I creating content for? You're creating content for yourself. You're selfish. I mean, I'm sure someone's out there saying that, right? No. Look at the screen. Who am I creating content for? Yeah, in one corner you see daily check-in with Russell of Hotels. But in the other corner, you see Marriott Bonvoy, and what does it right here say? Oh no, what does the ticker say? Okay, so yeah, I'm creating content for me and Marriott Bonvoy, as well as the JW Marriott here at LA Live, okay? Because some people may not know this hotel even existed, right? So my job is to make sure I give you the specifics like I gave you earlier. Those are the specifics of this hotel, just in case you did not know, like, oh my God, this is a big hotel, okay. We have a group coming, and maybe LA may be it. Okay, well, I do hotel site selection. So now I can assist you with that as well. So boom, there you go. See how these things just work out? But anyway, I do these daily check-ins, like I said, daily, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And on the day that I don't do it, on Tuesday, I do On Air with Russell of Hotels, which is my live hospitality talk show. Everybody's talking about it, right? So it comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. PST. We talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the challenging of the hospitality industry. Doesn't matter where it is. I mean, I do meetings everywhere. I talk about where I am, where I've been, and where I'm going. Okay, so there you go. So like I said, I'd like to be a resource. So that's why I put my information down there. Any questions at all, email me at russell@russellofhotels.com. If you want to call me, which people do, you can go to my website, which is russellofhotels.com, and my phone number is there, right? You can pick up the phone and call me if that's what you want to do. So there's nothing wrong with that. I'm here for all that, okay? So, and then, real quick, I just finally got a signed contract for another group that I was working with. They're actually in North Carolina. You guys know I'm working on two in the same region, but this was a small group, and I just got the signed contract actually overnight, and I just sent it to my sales contact. So that one's done. Changed it in CVent, all that stuff. Well, CVent is something that we use. But yeah, so everything is done on that. I still have two outstanding ones that I'm working on. The one that's going to be another one that may be in North Carolina, and one that's going to be here on the West Coast, probably Orange County for the most part. In fact, Newport Beach. So that's what I'm working on now. So I'm constantly, as a hotel site selection person, you're constantly looking for things. You're constantly updating your proposal, or at least you're updating your clients. Your hotel partners, to let them know what's going on with the client, because I get emails all day long about, hey, can you give me an update on this? These are people that have submitted proposals to me, and they want an answer because they're being asked, right? So I understand that, because I've been in that position before, where hotel salespeople will, they will email me, they'll call me and say, hey, I need an update on this. What's going on with that? Should I be holding space? Like, no, never hold space, okay? Put it like on the second or third option. Never hold the space until we get to that point where we're being serious. But some hotels will tentatively hold space. But yeah, just the other day, 2 days ago, someone had emailed me and said, hey, I have another client, another client that may want that same space. And I said, well, go ahead and take it. You don't turn down business, right? No, go ahead and take that. Don't hold anything from me, because my client is maybe a couple weeks away from making a decision. So I don't want you missing out on anything. So if my client circles back and say, hey, we want that particular hotel, I can just say, hey, well, the space is gone now. They had another group. What can you do, right? So I'm not about just holding space just to be holding space. If I know that they're serious about that hotel, I will let you know that we're serious about that particular hotel. But I know some companies or organizations, they'll just hold space, and won't get back to you on emails. Now, I'm not one of those people. I'm not that guy, right? No. If I know for sure that they're going to use you or not going to use you, I'll let you know. Like they're not considering your group. In fact, I just had to give somebody, and in fact, there was somebody in Orange County. My client has not made their decision yet, but I know she's not going to choose their hotel. So I just basically said, thank you for your follow up. I appreciate it. No, they're not. I think I said at this time the decision has not been made, but they are moving forward with another hotel. They have more interest in another hotel. So thank you very much, but they're not considering your hotel at this time. Something to that effect. And he responded immediately and said, thank you so much for your follow-up. Of course, they're going to ask, well, who are they considering, things like that. And I won't respond to that until a signed contract has been done. So once a signed contract has been done, then I'll let them know, like, okay, they chose XYZ hotel. And the reason why is this. It was basically location or whatever the reason is. So, no, I'm very, very transparent with my client as well as my hotel partners as to what's going on. So if I can give you the information, I'm going to give you the information, right? Because I don't want someone holding space just because or anything like that. And I want them to know exactly, because they have someone to report to as well. So someone's going to ask them, well, why did we lose that business? Well, it says because of location. They needed to be close to the water, and this hotel wasn't close to the water or whatever. They wanted a bay area or oceanfront, whatever. So there you go. If that's the reason, that's the reason. If it's a rate reason, your rate's too high. Okay, well, tell them that's what it is. That's the reason, right? So whatever it is, you let them know. So it's all about being transparent, letting people know, educating them, and getting back to them in a timely manner. Just like I want them to get back to me in a timely manner with a proposal, or if I have questions, they expect the same thing from us or someone from myself, the hotel site selection or meeting planner. They expect to get that information when we ask or when they ask. So there you go. So that's it, I think. But thank you guys so much for, staying on here with me and rolling with me like, we always do. So this is Daily Check-In with Russell of Hotels. I do this daily, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, typically around noon, but I was a little early today. Thank you, Andrew, for coming on here. Andrew's out there in Kona in Italy. So I appreciate you coming on and having your comment there and adding something to the topic. I always appreciate that. You always add something to that. And just remember, this is all about engagement. It's not just about me talking. Although today was I had to get out some good information that, a light just goes on in my head when I don't see hotel presence as something that they should be in attendance, right? So it's all about that low-hanging fruit. Take advantage of the low-hanging fruit. It's there, but we don't look for it. We're still looking. We're like this. We're like tunnel vision. We're not being creative in how we're trying to find business. We're just going off of the same way because someone else did it. I'm gonna do the same thing. I wanna, because they told me this, I'm gonna do that. No, you gotta be looking at different avenues to find business, okay? Think outside the box or outside the circle, outside the triangle or the rectangle, okay? Think outside of whatever, okay? So don't keep your blinders on. Go like that. Oh my God, there's a whole big world out here. Oh my God, okay. I can get business here. I can get business there. Okay, so anyway, that's it. How much time have I been on here? I've been on here about 29 minutes. Okay, that's it. That's all I need to do, right? So anyway, you guys have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow to do this again. So if you didn't like what I had to say today, guess what? Come back tomorrow around the same time. I may say something else you don't want to hear. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you again for supporting me. Appreciate you. And we'll see you tomorrow. And as always,